You guys come in, sit down, and shut the door because what I'm about to drop on you about Offset, Stefon Diggs, Cardi, and this whole Monaco circus is going to rearrange the way you look at every single one of these people, okay? Listen, there is a version of this story that TMZ is selling you. There is a version that the comment sections are screaming about. And then there is the version that nobody in the gossip world is brave enough to say out loud. And baby, that is the version we are dragging into the daylight today. Because something is not adding up. Something has not been adding up for weeks. And once I show you the dots and how they connect, you are not going to be able to unsee it. So sit down. Lock the door. Tell your roommate you'll be unavailable for the next 45 minutes. And let's get into it. Now first of all, before I even start, let me set the table for anybody who's been living under a Wi-Fi-less rock. Offset, yes, the Offset, the casino debt-having, restraining order collecting, allegedly cheating Migos member, was just spotted in Monaco of all places, playing Bruce Wayne in the middle of Formula One weekend. We're talking yacht performances, mega-billionaire crowds, the kind of money that doesn't even use commas anymore. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs is back in the United States having an entire personal renaissance in his Instagram comments, clapping back at every man, woman, child, and bot that dared to question his pink Goyard bag, his hip-hop, his lip pout, and his brand-new feminine silhouette. 2 men, 2 continents, 1 Cardi B. And somehow, you guys, both of these grown adults are out here trending for the exact same reason. They want the world to look at them. Desperately. And nobody is asking why. That's the part one want you to clock right now. Because once you understand the why, the whole timeline falls into place like dominoes. This is not 2 random news cycles. This is a coordinated cry for attention. And I'm going to prove it to you receipt by receipt. We pulled up the videos. We pulled up the witness statements. We pulled up the body language. And what you are about to hear, you are not going to find on TMZ, on Hollywood Unlocked, on Neighborhood Talk, on none of those pages. Because they're too busy reposting the surface. We do the deep dive. That's why you're here. Hit like if you've been waiting for somebody to finally say it. Let's keep going. Okay, so let me walk you through what happened in Monaco because this one is wild. Monaco during F1, and I cannot stress this enough, is not a normal place. Monaco during F1 is Vegas times Dubai, sprinkled with every escort, every model, every oil heir, every Russian, Albanian, Italian, Brit, and American with a black card. It is the Super Bowl of backchasing. The all-star weekend of organized crime. Beautiful. Filthy. Dangerous. Exactly the place where a man who is allegedly broke, allegedly chasing a comeback, and allegedly trying to win his ex-wife back should not be unsupervised. But here he was, performing on yachts, cashing checks, walking the streets, allegedly with his new girlfriend, the same girlfriend who, last time we checked, was lounging in Cardi B's mansion like she paid the mortgage. Let that sit for a second. Cardi's house, Cardi's husband, Cardi's life, just being borrowed, while Cardi is out on world tour grinding for her own bag. Tell me that doesn't add up to something. Now here's where the story takes a left turn that nobody saw coming. Offset on Monday morning at 9:37 a.m. local time, the day after the Grand Prix wrapped, and pay attention to that timestamp because we are going to come back to it, Offset gets into a screaming near-physical altercation with a taxi driver in the middle of the street. Caught on video. TMZ has the footage. We pulled up the receipts. And what is allegedly happening in this footage is that a chauffeur outside a black van is grabbing women by the neck, by the hair, trying to drag them out of the vehicle. And these women are saying no. They are not going. They are visibly distressed. And Offset, the man whose own wife had a restraining order against him not that long ago, Offset, of all people, becomes Batman. He squares up with the driver. He's calling him out of his name. He's threatening to beat him into the pavement if he touches one more woman. He's screaming, "You touching women, you putting your hands on women, you a bee." And then, in a plot twist that I could not write if I tried, a random man wearing only a towel, you guys, comes out of nowhere and body slams the taxi driver to the ground. The video cuts before the first punch lands. On the surface, the internet is celebrating. Offset is a hero. Offset saved those women. He's finally being a man. And listen, I'm not taking that away from him. If those women were being trafficked, if that driver was a fixer trying to force them onto a stroll the morning after Grand Prix, then yes, what Offset did was brave. It was commendable. It might have actually saved lives. Because let me tell you something Americans don't understand about Europe. Europe has a dark side. They clutch pearls about American gun violence, baby, but they have something else. They have organized crime, networks, moving parts, Albanian, Russian, Italian, Romanian, English, insert your nationality, and those networks feed on Monaco during F1 the way sharks feed on a wounded seal. Beautiful women get flown in, Some of them know what they signed up for. Some of them absolutely do not. And the morning after Grand Prix, when the sponsors fly home, when the cameras pack up, when the yachts pull anchor, that is when the cleanup happens. That's when the women who refuse to play ball get handled. So yes, if Offset interrupted that, good. Genuinely. Good for him. But, and this is the but that nobody is asking, but, why was Offset, of all people, the one in the right place at the right time? Why was the camera already rolling? Why does the footage cut at the most cinematic moment possible? And why? Did this story leak to TMZ less than 24 hours after Stefon Diggs' pink bag thirst trap got flamed in the comments? Here's what your favorite gossip pages aren't telling you. The Offset hero moment and the Stefon Diggs meltdown are not two separate stories. They are the same story. The same battle. And the battlefield, the prize, the trophy is Cardi B. Let me prove it to you. Now pay attention to this because we're getting somewhere. Cardi B currently has, allegedly, a restraining order against Offset. According to multiple reports, that restraining order was triggered when Offset tried to set up Stefon Diggs. And when Cardi found out, she went into protect her man mode and locked Offset out. Now whether you believe Stefon is officially her man or not, that's between Cardi and the courthouse. The point is, Offset publicly lost. He lost the wife. He lost the house. He lost the narrative. And worst of all, he lost his replacement battle to a man who wears women's medium furry coats and pink Goyards. Imagine being Offset. Imagine waking up every morning and knowing that the man who took your spot is currently being roasted on the internet for posing like a Victoria's Secret angel. The ego damage is unrecoverable. So what does Offset do? He flies to Monaco. He gets paid millions to perform on a yacht. He poses with the girlfriend. He gets photographed at the casino. And then, conveniently, he also becomes a hero. He saves the women. He gets to be Batman. He gets to be the masculine alpha protector that Stefon Diggs, in his pink bag and his hip-hop, could never, in this lifetime or the next, embody. It's not a coincidence. It's a campaign. It's a redemption arc. And every photo, every video, every TMZ leak is a strategic strike at the heart of the woman he wants back. And here is the cherry on top. The girlfriend in the mansion, the one reportedly chilling in Cardi's house, she's still there. Sources say she has not moved. So while Offset is in Monaco playing Captain America for the cameras, his current woman is still squatting, and I use that word with intention, in his ex-wife's property. So which is it, Offset? Are you trying to win Cardi back? Or are you trying to humiliate her by letting another woman wear her bonnet in her own kitchen? Pick a lane. Because right now, you are running both at the same time and the streets are starting to notice. The streets are saying things. And what the streets are saying is what I'm about to say out loud. Hold on. Before I go deeper into Offset, let me clock the Stefon side of this chessboard, because his behavior this week is, I cannot believe I'm typing this, somehow more unhinged than a man fist-fighting a Monaco chauffeur in broad daylight. Stefon Diggs, currently a wide receiver in the National Football League, currently the alleged boyfriend of Cardi B, currently the father of multiple children by multiple women whose timelines overlapped in ways the calendar app cannot explain. Stefon Diggs decided, this week of all weeks, to post a series of pictures. Now these are not just pictures. These are poses. These are pouts. These are hip-hops. These are pink Goyard bags slung over delicate forearms. These are fur jackets cut from the women's section, size medium, that hug the waist in a way that the men's department does not. These are bikini bottoms, low rises, glossy lips, the kind of stares you give the camera when you're auditioning to be the next face of a fragrance ad. And the internet, being the internet, did what the internet does. The internet started cooking. People were in those comments, calling him a punk, calling him soft, asking him if he was out the closet, asking him about Pride Month, asking him if he understood what a sports bra is, asking him if he had a neck, asking him if he knew that the high-top dreads were peeking out of the crop tops. And every single thing that came at him, Stefon, instead of doing what a normal celebrity does, which is ignore it, log off, let his publicist handle it, Stefon clapped back. To strangers. To bots. To accounts with 7 followers. With the sass. With the lip. With the wit of a real housewife in her 3rd reunion taping. It's bothering you, huh? Why the F did I have you in the first place? Okay, mister, let me flex in my profile pic so the world can see how strong I am. Sir, do you understand what just happened? You didn't clap back. You flirted back. You replied to homophobes the way a girl in a club replies to a man buying her tequila. And the internet noticed. Because the internet always notices. Now let me say this very, very clearly, because I do not want anybody twisting my words. I do not care what Stefon Diggs wears. I do not care who he kisses behind closed doors. I do not care if he wants to live in a pink jumpsuit for the rest of his natural life. To each their own. Live and let live. As long as it's consensual and nobody's getting hurt, baby, you do you. What I care about is the why. Because Stefon Diggs is not stupid. Stefon Diggs is one of the most calculating, manipulative, image-aware men in professional sports. You don't convince that many women to have your children on overlapping timelines without being a chess player. So when a man like that, a man who has spent his entire life curating a hyper-masculine football image, suddenly pivots to feminine silhouettes, women's cut outerwear, and pink bag thirst traps within weeks of his very public girlfriend going on a world tour, that is not a coincidence. That's a campaign. The same way Offset is running a campaign in Monaco, Stefon is running a campaign on Instagram. Both men, both campaigns, both pointed at the exact same target. Her name is Cardi, and she is, as we speak, on a tour bus scrolling through both of their pages and laughing. Because that is the part nobody is saying out loud. That's the unique angle. That's the thing that the other gossip channels are too scared to touch. Are you ready? Here it is. Cardi B is not losing this war. Cardi B is farming it. Cardi B is the most powerful person in this entire chess match, and both of these men, Offset on his yacht, Stefon in his pink bag, are unpaid promotional staff on her album campaign. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Both of these men are working for her, whether they know it or not, whether they want to or not. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So let's connect the dots because I'm about to drop some heat. Connect. 1. Cardi is on a world tour. Tours sell tickets. Tickets are sold by relevance. Relevance is sold by headlines. And in the last 2 weeks, who is generating more headlines than any pop star alive? Not Beyoncé. Not Taylor. Not Rihanna. Cardi. Why? Because her ex-husband is starting fistfights in Monaco, and her current boyfriend is starting fistfights in the comment section. Every single tabloid story about Offset includes a Cardi mention. Every single thirst trap meltdown post from Stefon attaches itself to Cardi by association. Her name is in every headline. Her name is on every page. Her name is trending on every app. And she has not posted one thing. Not one. She is doing the most powerful thing in modern celebrity warfare. She is being silent while the men in her orbit destroy themselves on camera. Silent. Smiling. Selling out arenas. Tell me that's not strategy. Connect. 2. The timing of the Monaco incident is suspicious. 9:37 a.m. local. The day after Grand Prix. Why suspicious? Because 9:37 a.m. Monaco is 3:37 a.m. East Coast. Meaning by the time TMZ posted it, the American news cycle was waking up to a perfectly packaged, perfectly cinematic story of Offset as a hero. Who tipped TMZ? Who had the footage? Who knew where to send it? In Europe, paparazzi do not work the way they work in Los Angeles. There is no stakeout on every corner. You do not just stumble onto Offset confronting a chauffeur in a country with a population the size of a small American suburb. That footage was leaked. By someone. With access. And the question I want you to sit with is this. Who benefits? Who gains the most from Offset suddenly being framed as a hero, after months of being framed as a cheater, a deadbeat, and a casino degenerate? Who could it possibly be? Oh wait. Connect. 3. The Stefon photo dump didn't happen in a vacuum. The timing of the pink Goyard, the fur jacket medium, the hip-hop, the bikini bottom drop. All of it lined up the week Cardi released her tour visuals. Coincidence? No baby. Strategy. Because Stefon understands that as long as the world is debating whether he's masculine enough to be Cardi's man, the world is also typing Cardi B into the search bar. Every comment war about his hip-hop is a free advertisement for her tour. Every meme about his sports bra is a free push notification for her single. And he knows it. He's mad. He claps back because the ego is real, but he knows what he's doing. He is paying for his place at her side with public humiliation, and he is doing it gladly because the alternative is being replaced by the man currently saving women in Monaco. So you have Offset trying to win her back with masculinity theater. You have Stefon trying to keep her with femininity theater. And in the middle, Cardi, the only adult in this entire production, is selling tickets, selling albums, selling streams, selling herself the way only a 5-foot, Bronx-born, hood-rich, classically intelligent businesswoman can. Tell me she's not a genius. Tell me she's not running circles around them. You can't. Because she is. Now hold on. Hold on. Because I know what some of you are about to type in the comments. Tisa, that's a lot of speculation. Tisa, you don't know that. Tisa, where's the proof? Baby, the proof is in the pattern. The proof is in the calendar. The proof is in the fact that these two grown, athletic, multimillionaire men cannot seem to do anything this month that doesn't by gravitational pull, advertise Cardi B's product. The proof is in the silence. Her silence is the loudest thing in the room. And anybody who's watched a Cardi cycle before, the Migos cycle, the cheating cycle, the abortion cycle, the divorce cycle, the reconciliation cycle, the second divorce cycle, the Stefon cycle, anybody who has been paying attention knows that Cardi has never, not once, lost a news cycle to a man. She doesn't lose. She converts. She is the alchemist of the rap game. She turns drama into dollars. And right now, today, this week, in this moment, she is turning Offset's Monaco mess and Stefon's Instagram meltdown into the most lucrative tour rollout of her entire career. Listen, I'm going to take a breath, because I've been going hard and I want to make sure you are still with me. Hit the like button if you're tracking. Drop a comment if your jaw is on the floor. And subscribe if you want to be in the room when the next chapter drops, because trust me, this is not over. We are not even at intermission. There is more. So much more. Let me get into the part about Offset that the timeline is gliding over, because I want to be fair. I really do. There is a world where Offset just happened to walk past a kidnapping and reacted like a decent human being. And if that's true, it's beautiful. A man with his record, the restraining order, the alleged cheating, the casino debts, the Stefon setup, choosing to put his body on the line for women he doesn't know? That's growth. That's the unsexy, unmonetized hero behavior we should reward. So if Offset really genuinely in his soul stepped in because he saw a woman being hurt and could not unsee it, then I want to publicly say, I see you. I respect you. And I hope it's real. And you knew the but was coming, but there's a version of this story that's also possible and we have to talk about it because if we don't, we're complicit. The version where Offset's team knew the footage was being recorded. The version where the encounter was real but the framing was strategic. The version where his publicist, and this man has one of the most expensive publicists in hip-hop, do not forget that, saw an opportunity to flip the narrative from deadbeat to Dark Knight overnight. Because that flip happened fast, you guys. Within 24 hours, the entire internet's perception of Offset changed. The comments that 2 days earlier were calling him a broke casino addict were suddenly calling him a real man. That is not organic. Organic narrative shifts do not happen in 24 hours. That is a PR operation. And whether the incident itself was real or staged or somewhere in the middle, the spin was orchestrated. Bank on it. Here is another detail nobody is connecting. Where was security? Where was Offset's team? You don't fly a Migos member to Monaco, a city where there is wealth, paparazzi, and yes, organized crime in equal measure, without a security detail. Where were they when this confrontation happened? Why was it Offset, alone, screaming at a chauffeur, while a stranger in a towel intervened? Because real security, actual professional protection, would not let their client get within 10 feet of that confrontation. Real security would have extracted him, pulled him into a car, removed him from the scene. The fact that the camera stayed rolling, the fact that the confrontation escalated, the fact that Offset was allowed to stand there and bark at the chauffeur for the duration of a full TikTok edit, that tells me security was either absent on purpose or instructed to back off. And in the celebrity world, baby, instructed to back off is its own kind of choreography. I'm not saying he didn't help those women. I'm saying that even if he did help them, that doesn't mean the moment wasn't also engineered for maximum visibility. Both things can be true. Hero and opportunist. Saint and strategist. The complexity is what makes it interesting. And the complexity is what the other gossip pages are too lazy to spell out. They want it simple. They want it heroic or they want it scandalous. They don't want to sit with the gray area. We sit with the gray area on this channel. Always. Now let me pivot back to Stefon because there's something I haven't said yet, and I need to say it before this video gets any longer. Stefon Diggs is not just clapping back at homophobes. He is doing something subtler, and it took me 3 watch-throughs to clock it. Stefon Diggs is performing femininity for a specific audience. And that audience is not the gays. That audience is not the fashion girls. That audience is not even the haters. The audience is Cardi. Think about it. Cardi B's entire aesthetic, her stylist Colin's whole signature, is hyper-feminine, hyper-glamorous, hyper-saturated. Pink, fur, sequins, curves, glitter, drama. The very thing Stefon is now experimenting with on his Instagram are the exact ingredients of Cardi's visual language. He is not coming out. He is not making a statement. He is cosplaying her world. He is dressing up like the people in her orbit, the way a boyfriend who's trying to keep up with a fashion-forward girlfriend starts wearing what her friends wear. He is doing it badly. The silhouette is off, the cut is wrong, the dreads are peeking out the sports bra, but the intention is unmistakable. He is trying to look like he belongs to her world. And he is willing to be roasted by the entire internet to prove it. That is, in its own twisted way, a kind of devotion. The same way Offset is willing to start fistfights in Monaco to prove his devotion. 2 men, 2 strategies, 1 woman. And the part that should make every woman watching this stop and reflect, the part that I want to bookmark for you, is that these are the lengths these men are going to. This is what loving Cardi B looks like at this level. Public humiliation, international confrontation, multi-$1,000 Goyard bags, Monaco yacht performances, restraining orders, furry coats from the women's section, comment section meltdowns at 2 a.m. This is the cost of being adjacent to her empire. So the next time somebody tells you Cardi B is just a rapper or just a personality or not that deep, I want you to remember that there are 2 grown professional men currently warping their entire public images on 2 different continents in the same week in service of either winning her back or keeping her around. That is not normal celebrity gravity. That is the sun. She's the sun. And they are planets drunk on her orbit getting their atmospheres burned off in real time. Okay, take a breath. Because we're about to get into the part that I think, and I want you to comment below and tell me if I'm crazy, I think will become the dominant theory in about 72 hours once the rest of the internet catches up. Here it is. Are you ready? I believe, and this is allegedly, this is all alleged, all commentary is alleged, do not sue me, I believe Cardi B is not on tour. She is on a chessboard. And the next move she makes ends the game. Hear me out. Cardi does not lose final acts. She had the last laugh on Tasha K, on the Doubters, on Nicki, on Offset the first time. She has never let a man dictate the ending of her chapter. And we are approaching the end of this chapter. So what does the ending look like? Let me play this out for you in 3 possible scenarios, and you pick the one you think is most likely. Scenario 1. The reconciliation. Offset's Monaco redemption arc lands. His publicist works overtime. The casino debt narrative fades. The new girlfriend is quietly relocated out of the mansion. The kids start being photographed with him again. And in roughly 6 to 9 months, right when Cardi's tour wraps and she has a new album to promote, there is a surprise Instagram reveal of Amigos family reunion. Stefon in this scenario is cut loose. The pink bag is mothballed. The hip-hop is retired. And the cycle starts over. This is the most cynical scenario. It's also, historically, the most Cardi-coded one. Scenario 2. The Stefon stay. Stefon's comment section meltdown actually works. The internet's bullying creates an underdog sympathy wave. Cardi publicly defends him. They get matching tattoos. They have a baby announcement. And the entire is Stefon her man debate is closed by a hospital photo. In this scenario, Offset is publicly torched and probably moves to Atlanta full-time to lick his wounds. This is the fans get what they want scenario, and it is the least likely, because Cardi is a businesswoman and Stefon is a depreciating asset with too many baby mamas already. Scenario 3. The pivot. This is the one I'm betting on. Cardi finishes the tour. She drops the album. She does the press cycle. And then, quietly, without fanfare, without an Instagram reveal, without a TMZ leak, she is photographed with a 3rd man. A man we have not yet seen. A man who is neither Offset nor Stefon. A man who somehow makes both of these last 2 months look like a warm-up act. Because that is what Cardi does. She doesn't choose between 2 options. She introduces a 3rd. She controls the board. And both Offset's heroism and Stefon's humiliation will, in retrospect, look like they were just opening acts in a much bigger show. That is the Cardi blueprint. That is what she has been doing since Bodak Yellow. And anyone who thinks she's going to stop now hasn't been paying attention. So which scenario do you think is going to play out? I genuinely want to know. Drop it in the comments. Reconciliation, Stefon stay, or the mystery 3rd man. I'll be reading every single one and pinning the most insane theories at the top so we can all argue about it together. Because that's what we do here. We don't just consume the gossip. We diagnose it. We treat it like the case study it is. Because at the end of the day, these are real people with real lives, and the better we understand the games being played, the harder it is for the games to be played on us. That's the gift of paying attention. That's the whole point. Before I wrap this up, I do want to circle back to the Monaco women, because they deserve more than to be a footnote in a Cardi B think piece. Whoever those women were in that black van with that chauffeur, if they were being trafficked, if they were being coerced, if they were being moved against their will, I hope they are safe today. I hope someone got them home. I hope someone got them therapy. I hope someone is asking the questions in Monaco that nobody is asking publicly. Because the fact that not a single mainstream outlet has followed up to say, hey, what happened to those women after the cameras stopped rolling, is suspicious in its own right. We talk about Offset's heroism, but we don't talk about whether the heroism actually resulted in those women being protected. Did the police get called? Were statements taken? Was the chauffeur questioned? Was the agency investigated? Or did everybody just pat Offset on the back, post the video, and move on while those women disappeared back into the system they were trying to escape? That part should bother all of us. That part is the part that doesn't get monetized. And that is exactly why I am saying it. If you are in Monaco, Cannes, Saint-Tropez, Ibiza, Mykonos, anywhere on the Grand Prix to Yacht pipeline this summer, please be careful. Travel in groups. Trust your gut. If a driver locks the door, find a way out. If a stranger offers you a VIP yacht invite to an event you weren't booked for, ask hard questions. The industry that hides behind the glamour is older than the casinos themselves. And no algorithm, no Instagram filter, no Offset cameo is going to save you from it if you don't see it coming. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends. Tell somebody where you are at all times. The world is beautiful and the world is rotten. And you can love the beauty without trusting the rot. Now one more layer because it connects all three of these people in a way you haven't been told. Once I lay this out, the chessboard looks completely different. This layer explains why Offset is in Monaco, why Stefon is on Instagram, and why Cardi is silent, all at the exact same time. The answer is one word. Money. Let me explain. Cardi B's world tour is, by industry standards, a logistical monster. We are talking arena bookings, international promoters, insurance policies, transport, security, dancers, costumes, custom set pieces, and a marketing budget that runs into the 8 figures. That money does not appear out of thin air. It is fronted by investors, by labels, by tour sponsors, by streaming partners, and and this is the part nobody talks about, by the ongoing public relevance of the headlining artist. Sponsors do not buy a moment. Sponsors buy conversation. The more conversation around an artist's name, the more leverage that artist has at the negotiating table. And right now, today, this week, Cardi B's name is generating more conversation per dollar than any other female rapper alive. Why? Because Offset is screaming in Monaco. Because Stefon is pouting on Instagram. Because every 15 minutes a new TMZ alert pushes her name into a new news feed. That is free marketing. That is unbought, unbroken, unmatched promotional energy. And every promoter, every label exec, every sponsor scrolling those headlines is mentally adding zeros to her next contract. So when I tell you that the men in her orbit are working for her, I do not mean spiritually. I do not mean metaphorically. I mean literally. Their drama is converting directly into dollars on her balance sheet. Every Offset hero headline is a tour ticket boost. Every Stefon pink bag meme is a streaming spike. The math is real. The math is mean. And the math favors Cardi every single time. Now, do I think Offset and Stefon are consciously aware that they're being monetized? No. They're too deep in their feelings. Offset thinks he's winning back his wife. Stefon thinks he's keeping his girlfriend. Neither one of them is sitting in a boardroom with a spreadsheet calculating impressions per outrage. But Cardi's team is. Cardi's publicist is. Cardi's manager is. And every time one of these men makes a move, somebody on her payroll picks up the phone, calls a digital marketing team, and turns that move into a campaign asset. Connect. Number 4. Look at who is not speaking on this story. Cardi has not addressed it. Her publicist has not addressed it. Her sister Hennessy has not addressed it. Patience Foster has not been quoted. Not a single member of the Cardi inner circle has weighed in. In a culture where everybody comments on everything, this kind of total radio silence is loud. It is louder than any tweet. It is louder than any subliminal. It is the sound of professionals who know that the second they speak, the gravy train slows down. As long as they are silent, the speculation churns. And the speculation is the engine. Every comment section is a free focus group. Every YouTube video is a free billboard. Every think piece is a free ad buy. This is what mastery of the modern attention economy looks like. And it should be studied in business schools, not just gossip podcasts. But because the protagonist is a black woman from the Bronx, the world refuses to call it what it is, which is genius-level brand orchestration. Call it what it is, baby. Call it what it is. Now let's talk about one more piece because I want to be thorough. Let's talk about the kids. Because every time the adults in this situation are running their public image campaigns, there are children, Cardi's children, Offset's children with other women, Stefon's children with multiple other women, who are watching this play out on the same internet their classmates use. And that part I will not gloss over. I want to be very clear, whatever Cardi is doing strategically as a businesswoman, she still has, by all accounts, kept her kids out of the headlines for this particular cycle. They are not being weaponized. They are not being photographed. They are being shielded. And whatever criticism we throw at the adults, that act of shielding is something I respect. Offset has the alleged restraining order keeping him away from the kids for whatever reason, allegedly, and the kids are, by all visible evidence, not being dragged through this. That matters. That is not nothing. Whatever else you take away from this video, take that away too. Stefon, meanwhile, has children spread across overlapping pregnancies that, if mapped on a timeline, would look like a NASA mission diagram. Those kids exist. Those mothers exist. And every pink bag post, every hip-hop, every comment section clapback is being seen by them. That's something Stefon is going to have to answer for. Not to the internet, not to me, but to his own family. No amount of Goyard fixes that conversation when it comes. So if any of this video reaches Stefon, and I know how the algorithm works, I know it might. Stefon, baby, ask yourself this. Is the comment section attention worth the family fallout? Because the comment section moves on in 72 hours. The family doesn't. The kids don't. You can ride a wave, but you have to remember which wave you're riding and who is going to be on the beach when the tide pulls back. Alright. Now we are coming up on the end. Last few minutes. Stay with me. Alright. We are coming up on the end. Let me bring it home. Because if you've stayed with me this long, and I see the watch time, I know who's still in this thing at the final stretch, you deserve the full conclusion, and you deserve it without me sugarcoating any of it. So here it is, no filter. Offset is not Batman. Offset is a man with a publicist and a passport and a debt problem and an ego that hasn't healed since the day Cardi changed the locks. He may have done a good thing in Monaco. He may have helped those women. But the spin is engineered, the timing is suspicious, and the beneficiary of every photo, every leak, every headline is her. He doesn't see it yet, but he's working for her. Stefon is not coming out. He is not having a fashion awakening. He is performing a version of femininity he thinks will keep him plugged into a woman who is already 2 moves ahead of him. He is willing to be the punchline because the alternative is being replaced. And he is doing it in the most ham-fisted, badly tailored, comment section flirting way imaginable. He needs Cardi's stylist, he needs Cardi's silence to break in his favor, and he needs a baby announcement before the tour ends. He won't get all 3. He might not get any. Cardi B is winning. Cardi B has been winning. Cardi B will continue to win because she understands the most powerful weapon in modern celebrity is restraint. And she has, in this entire cycle, weaponized her silence like nobody else in the game. Every man around her is screaming. She is whispering. And whispering in 2026 is louder than every megaphone TMZ owns. That is the real story. That is what the surface gossip pages are missing. That is what we, on this channel, are bold enough to say out loud. Because we don't just report, we read between the lines, we connect the dots, and we trust you, the audience, to handle the truth in all its ugly, layered, complicated glory. So tell me, in the comments, which scenario are you betting on? Team Reconciliation, Team Stefon, or Team Mystery Third Man? Team Offset is a hero, or Team Offset's publicist earned a bonus? Team Stefon is just being himself, or Team Stefon is cosplaying to survive? And most importantly, are you Team Cardi the genius or Team Cardi the victim? Because how you answer that last one tells me how closely you've been paying attention this whole time. There are no wrong answers, but there is a right one. And I'm dying to see how many of you land on it. Like if I just rearranged how you look at this situation. Subscribe, we are getting a next chapter and it is going to be ugly. Share this with the friends still arguing Offset is just a good guy, or Stefon is just fashionable. They need the full picture. Drop a comment with your theory. And turn on notifications because when the next domino falls, I will be live within the hour, breaking it down play by play, beat by beat, receipt by receipt, the way only this channel does. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Take care of each other. Watch your drinks. Trust your gut. And remember, in this business, the one who's quiet is the one winning. Always. Bye.